Yo, what's up, Sideline Gang? It's your host, Taha. You can call me T. And welcome to the first Sidelines basketball podcast. First of all, you're gonna be a part of history, just so you know. But, anyways, let me introduce you to myself. I am I consider myself a well knowledge NBA fan. I watch most NBA games, and also I just like to just analyze games, analyze statistics, and just everything around that. Either way, and I'm also studying to become a general manager. That's my passion. That's my dream. So I guess that justifies why I have a podcast about basketball and just NBA in general. But anyways, let's get straight into it. The first ever topic for my first ever podcast is gonna be about the NBA second round. So let's start by the first series that's playing right now, like in front of me. I'm literally recording the podcast while watching the Celtics versus the Raptors. So they both got out from sweeps in the first round. The Celtics swept the Sixers, and the Raptors swept the Nets. Let's start by talking about the Raptors. An easy sweep over the Nets. I mean, a team without neither KD, Kyrie, or DeAndre Jordan. Most players weren't there other than Karis LeVert, which is it's a clear sweep. Everyone expected that, but we saw a lot that shows us what the Raptors like. They can be an underdog or a dark horse to win the championship. Is it gonna happen? Most likely not, but there's a chance because they have what it takes. They have a very deep squad and like a very good team that can. You don't know who's gonna be the star in that game. Like we saw in the series versus the Nets. One game it was Kyle Lowry, one game it was Van Vliet, one game it was Siakam, and then one of the games it was literally Anunoby being great, not being the star really, but being a great player, playing amazing defense, and also being great on offense. While Gasol is just literally just a power horse on defense and pretty nice defensively. So yeah, we know Van Vliet is a great player. He's literally averaging like 21 points, 57% from the field, around like 52% from three. He's playing very well, also averaging 8 assists. So he's doing great. Pascal's doing pretty well. Kyle Lowry is great too. He was injured, but he's playing right now, so thank God the injury is clear 100% and he's 100% fine. I think this is going to be a great series because, on the other hand, let's talk about the Celtics, who swept the 76ers. People thought it was going to be a very competitive series, but with that Ben Simmons, who was injured, and a very good Celtics squad, and a very smart coach in Brad Stevens, who knew how to adapt with this kind of situation. So Brad Stevens just knows how. He's a very smart coach, a very good coach. He knows how the 76ers offense works. Like his offense is just centralized on Embiid, a guy who's not very fit, who's not very hardworking. You can say, well, at least when he wants to be hardworking, he is a very great player, one of the best in the league. But sometimes he just doesn't feel like it, which is the big issue. But on the other hand, we have this situation where Mr. Brad Stevens made it very clear that they literally tried to tire out Joel Embiid for the whole game. Tried to just make him suffer, make him work for it for the first half, and then in the second half they just worked him up. And they beat him, they swept him. And clearly, like a well-deserved sweep. Because JT was very great, Jalen Brown was pretty decent. I think Jason Tatum averaged like 27 points, shooting 50% from the field. That's pretty great for a guy who's very young. An amazing challenge. So this is going to be a great series between the Celtics and the Raptors. Two teams who are very competitive, and they can probably take it to even 7 games. Like who knows? This is going to be a great series, and they're both competitors to be the Eastern Conference winners, or maybe even the NBA winners. It's going to be very hard, but there's a chance. There is a chance, a very small one, but there is one indeed. Either way, it's gonna be a great series. So keep your eyes open. Now let's analyze what we think is gonna happen in this series. So the Celtics, a great team, great starting five. I mean, Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown, JT, Daniel Theis, a team that's very solid defensively and also very good on offense. The thing is, off the bench, we all know how the Celtics work. It's not very deep. With Golden Hayward injured with uh, his ankle, yeah, with an injured ankle, they're just playing with like yeah. The team is not very deep. You do not have much depth for the team, so I don't think it's gonna be that easy for them to just come out there and destroy. The team is not very deep, which is just very opposite to the Raptors team, that is a very deep team. The starting five, an amazing starting five, who don't even know who the star is. And on top of that, the bench is just great. The bench is an amazing bench. I mean, and with great players like Terrence Davis, having Terrence Davis on the bench, Ibaka off the bench. Who else off the bench? They just have some. They have great players off the bench. Chris Boucher off the bench. That's a good team. Like they literally have a better team than Charlotte Hornets off the bench. Sorry, Charlotte Hornets fans. Either way, I think this series is gonna be amazing. Seeing matchups like OG Anunoby and JT, or OG and Jalen Brown, Kyle Lowry against Kemba. This is gonna be a great series. It's gonna be a very greedy series. I think it's gonna be a lot of defense because both teams are very good on. Okay, not very good. Good on defense. Can be very good on defense, which means it's gonna be a very greedy and amazing series to watch. So keep your eyes open and just admire it. And my prediction for it will probably be, what's my prediction? I'll give it a 7-game win for the Raptors. Let's go. The Raptors, I think the Raptors are just smarter. They're more experienced than the Celtics. They have, thing is, like, all the arguments they can say for the Raptors or the Celtics can be for both teams, because they can say multiple people who can blow up in a single game. Same thing for the Celtics have Jalen Brown, JT, Kemba Walker. The Raptors have Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam. Both have players that can blow up in a single game, or all have a great game at the same time. While on the other hand, we can say great defense, which is also a thing for the Celtics and the Raptors. They both have a good defense. They both can just turn up on defense. Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown, JT, Daniel Theis are good defenders. And the Raptors, Fred VanVleet, Pascal, OG Anunoby, Gasol. The whole team is great. Like, this is going to be a great series to watch. But I'll say it's a 7-game series. The win is going to be for the Raptors. That's my guess. More experience, championship DNA, I guess. They already won the championship, so maybe they're going to go for the 2-peat. Is it going to happen? Most likely not. They'll try their best. So now, let's move on to the second series that's confirmed. The Heat versus the Bucks. The Heat versus the Bucks is a great series to watch. I mean, the Heat swept the Pacers, a team who was without the Domantas Sabonis, so it should have been an easy sweep. A team with just TJ Warren and Malcolm Brogdon, a pretty injured VO, Visual Debo, if you didn't know who VO is. So it was a very wanted sweep. I mean, Jimmy had a great series. Jimmy had a great series. He was very good on defense. The great leader we always know him to be. He just let his team just be great. Tyler Hero was amazing. Tyler Hero is just a great player. I love watching him play. He is just so explosive, so great on offense. He just works on the floor on offense. He never tries to do something that's just like, yeah, this is me. I'm a great player. Watch me what I'm gonna do. No, he just sits there, does his best, and does his role to the T. They give him his role, and he sits out there and does it to the T. Either way, the Heat have a great team. I mean, Goran Dragic has been great this playoff series. He's been playing pretty well on offense. We always know him to be like that, and he's a great leader too. He, we've all seen the highlights of him talking to all his teammates, telling them do this, do that, telling him about how great they're playing. He's a great player. I think, yeah, he is a very good player, a great role player too. We should all respect him. Either way, I mean, Gon Dragic, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo too, having great games. Tyler Hero having great games on the bench. This is a great series. Also the Bucks. The Bucks have been great. They had a 4-1 game, a 4-1 series, an easy one for them. The first game wasn't so great. I mean, Chris Middleton was pretty bad for the first 3 games of the series. The man was not having a great shooting games. He was shooting pretty awful from the field and from three, being pretty average on defense. But he stepped it up. Since game 4, he had some pretty nice games. Also in game 5, he had a pretty nice game too. So he's back. I mean, we all know who the Bucks is. The best defense in the league, by far, I think. I mean, Giannis, the depoy. If you don't know what depoy is, he's Defensive Player of the Year. Sorry, it's called. These are jokes. What am I saying this? Either way, Giannis was a great player. He's a great player. I mean, probably 2-time MVP right now. Defensive Player of the Year. He's a great leader for the team. He can guarantee you a 30, 15, and 5 game. That's pretty much guaranteed. You can pretty much just note that down before the game starts. For him, that's like bare minimum. And now Chris Middleton, back to being on form. You can expect at least 20 points with some great defense too. I mean, good defense at least. And also some amazing role players. I mean, Brook Lopez, he's a great role player. Dante DiVincenzo, he's such a great role player. And then we have this wild card. He can be the title of this series. Well, first of all, Eric Bledsoe, he's a great player. He's a very good player. He's a great defender, good on offense. But there's a big issue is every single time in the playoffs, he just seems to have a very bad series. Why and how? Nobody knows. Maybe it's just not having the clutch gene. Maybe it's just him not having the best time. And maybe it's just in the playoffs, people just focus on him and kind of just limit him very much. So, this is going to be a great series. Again, 2 very good defensive teams. But I think this series is going to be a very competitive series and very fun to watch. We saw what the Bucks can do against the Magic. I mean, it's an easy series. But we also saw what the Heat can do against the Pacers. Also another easy series, but it was more competitive. Either way, Jimmy Butler, a great leader, showing his team what to do, showing Bam what he's gotta do, showing every single person on his team what he's gotta do to get the dub. He can make this work. My guess would be the Bucks is gonna win the series in like 6 games. This is my official prediction. But other than that, the Heat can make it like the Heat can somehow pull off a win. The Heat can do that. Is it gonna be easy? Of course, it's gonna be very hard, but it's still possible, and it's gonna be a great series. I think it's gonna be a Bucks win because I don't see someone who's gonna stop. I don't see someone who's gonna stop. I don't see anyone who's gonna stop Giannis on the Heat team. I mean, the Heat have the best defender you can say for Giannis is Bam. Bam is pretty good, but I do not think he can stop Giannis. Giannis is a 7 foot or 6'11", whatever you want to call him, huge piece, very athletic, very long. While on the other hand, you have Bam, 6'10", I think, 6'9", something like that. He's pretty strong, pretty athletic, but I don't think he can really stop Giannis. Let's be real though. Nobody can stop Giannis. That's just something we know. But they can at least limit him. I don't see Bam limiting Giannis. He can make it a little bit harder, but not really limit him. I think this is gonna be a great series. My prediction would be a 6 game series and win for the Bucks. But the Heat have a chance to win it if they really work hard and somehow just the best way. Like Someone said it before. I forget who, but the best way to limit Giannis is to make him work hard on defense. If he works hard on defense, he can't really do that well on offense. So the issue is there's no one that he have that can make Giannis sweat off. Bam is not a guy that will go at Giannis and just tire him out. Bam is a great guy who just works in the flow of the game. He picks up the ball, passes it around, finds his opportunities. I don't see him just going out there and doing his best to tire out Giannis. It's gonna be very hard, if just not impossible to do. So I just might give the series a six game series for the Bucks. And now moving on to the next series, that's gonna be, we don't know who's gonna win. Well, it's not yet decided who's gonna play against the Lakers. So the Lakers just won the series 4-1 against the Blazers. It was a great series. I mean, okay, the first game, Blazers just surprised everyone. Everyone was getting hyped. All the Lakers haters were just so happy, and all the LeBron haters were just gassed. Maybe he's gonna lose. Finally, we'll get rid of him, but it didn't happen. The Blazers took it back, and yeah, not Blazers. I mean, the Lakers took it back, and they said, "Okay, relax a little bit. I'm gonna show you how winning really works." So, I mean, the Blazers made it a good series. It was a very fun game to watch. It was a very fun series to watch. But let's talk about the Lakers. The Lakers are such an amazing team. They're such a great team. I'm not even a Lakers fan, by the way. Because I'm praising them a lot. People are gonna think I'm a fan, but I'm not. I'm not a Lakers fan. The team has LeBron James, one of the greatest players of all time. The greatest? I don't know, but one of the greatest at least. One of them. He is. He started the bubble. Not the best. He was pretty shaky. He was kind of slow, not trying his best. We all know what he was doing. He wasn't trying his hardest. He was just rolling with the flow, not trying his best. Just having fun. And then game 3 started, and he showed us what he was really about. He had amazing games. He had like a 30-point game at game 4, and then game 5 he had a 30-point triple double. He's not messing about. LeBron is ready for destruction. And also Anthony Davis. The man, if this guy is aggressive, he is one of the best players. Like, he is one of the best players in the league. The man he is amazing. He just had 41 points in game 5 against Trailblazers, and he's so good. The man he's a good shooter. He can fade away. He can shoot threes. He can dunk on you. He can lay it up on you. He can do whatever he wants. He can shoot mid ranges. He's just that good. And also on defense, he'll make you struggle to score a single point. He'll get up there, block you, contest you. He'll do whatever he can. And also, with LeBron and AD, we have these role players who are pretty decent. I mean, KCP has been pretty good. He's been shooting pretty well from 3. I mean, he got it up. He was first, pretty shaky. Him and Danny Green, but they stepped it up. Well, Mr. Danny Green, though, he's still kind of shaky. He's still not doing too good. I think he shot 1 from 6 from 3 last game. But he can step it up if he tries his best. But KCP is doing pretty well. But either way, this series is gonna be pretty well. I think this series is gonna be great. Lakers, they're on top. They're gonna be pretty great. And now, the 4-5 matchup. Houston versus OKC. Right now, series are 3-2 for Houston. Also, by the way, I'm recording this on a Sunday, so I'm sorry if this is already gotten. Maybe Houston already won the series. Probably, I don't know, but I don't know. I'm recording this on Sunday. Either way, OKC have been pretty good. OKC have doing pretty great. They have Shea. Shea's been kind of wonky, not shooting the best from the field. He's just kind of struggling. Same for Gallinari. He's not doing too well for himself too. He's just like going with the flow. CP3 is not doing too well either. He's just there. The only guy that I see like being the best he can every single game is Shooter. I'm not even sure he's being the best he can every single game. He's doing well, but not really the best he can. While Luke Dort or Lugenstort, I don't know how to say his name. My bad. I'm not American. Sorry, not America. Either way, Dort is pretty good, but he's not been doing well in the last two games. Game five where Houston won. He shot like 2 for 16, 2 for 10. I don't know, something around that. But he shot pretty bad. He shot pretty bad from the field. He did not have the best games. So while Houston though, Harden's been doing pretty well. I mean, it's Harden. There's nothing to say about Harden. He is just Harden, and he's been doing well. While on the other hand, we have Mr. Other than Harden, we have Mr. Westbrook, who is back and played Game 5. But Game 5, he was not that good. He was meh. In Game 5, he was just there. He did pretty. He just didn't do much. Had like 7 points, like 7 rebounds, I think. So he just wasn't that good. He just went with the flow. Didn't do much. But he's like an extra little scare for them. He's not the best, but he's doing something. Either way, the man is pretty good. So, who do you think is gonna win? I mean, Jeff Green has been pretty good. Jeff Green has stepped it up with no Westbrook, so he's been doing great. And also Daniel House, he's good too. And also Rocco, he is one of the best defenders in the league. Like, I think he has to be the defensive player of the year. I mean, the year, defensive player of the bubble. He has been so good. Defensively, he's just blocking people, locking down people, stealing everything. He is doing amazing on defense. And also, game 4, I think, he had like 20-point game, shot pretty well. He is a great player, an amazing role player. So either way, Houston, a very good team, up 3-2 with two games to go, if needed. And OKC, not really doing the best. Shea not doing so well. Danilo Gallinari not doing too well. I don't see this going well for OKC. So my prediction, and this is my prediction, would be that Houston go game 6. Westbrook steps it up. He's not gonna have another 7-point game. Also, Eric Gordon stays as great as he's been this series, like averaging like around 18 points, I think. I'm not sure about that, but he's doing pretty well, and I think he's gonna stay like that. Harden is Harden, and he's gonna do Harden things. PJ is PJ, and he's gonna do PJ things. And also, Rocco is Rocco. So I think it's just gonna go. It's gonna go down for OKC, and game 6 it's gonna go for Houston, and they're gonna have to go against the Lakers. Now let's talk about that. The second round matchup, Lakers versus Houston. I think that's gonna be a sweep for the Lakers. Like we all know, Houston traded Clint Capella to go small. And I'm joking, just small, very small. I mean, I'm talking, their center is PJ Tucker. The power forward is Rocco. PJ is 6'5" or 6'6". He is very small to be a center. Not strong enough to be a center. Especially going against one of the best bigs in the league, if not the best big. I'm not saying he's best, but he's one of the best. In Anthony Davis. He's very athletic, very strong, and very big. He's like 7'4", 6'11", or something like that. He is very great. He can go out there and just destroy PJ. I think he will be. He will have to do that. I think for once, he will have to play a center. Because he's been saying, I don't want to play center. He just doesn't want to because, yeah, I know. He's making excuses. He simply doesn't want to go bang with the big guys because he knows He'll play with the big guys and he'll just end up just struggling, getting beat up, getting bruised, and he doesn't want that. He totally does not want that. So he's just gonna sit there and just have fun and just play power forward. So what I'm gonna say is LeBron is gonna just LeBron is gonna be LeBron. AD is gonna feast and he's gonna have to be aggressive going up against Houston. I think it's gonna be a sweep. Is there a non-competitive sweep though? I don't think so. It's gonna be a competitive sweep. And what I mean by that is so I think Harden is gonna be Harden. Westbrook is gonna be Westbrook. And they're gonna have pretty good games. I think like the series is gonna be a 4-0 for the Lakers. But it can be very close 4-0. It can be like one game they win by 4. One game they win by 10. One game they might just go out there and blow them out and beat them by 20. Oh, by the way, do not be surprised if Houston like win 2 games or a game or something. That's totally normal. I'm going out on a limb by saying it's gonna be a sweep, but it's gonna be a very competitive series and a very fun one too. It's gonna be very fun watching Harden just go out there, ice on everyone on anyone and everyone, and also watching Mr. AD feast on the small ball lineup of Houston. Now moving on to the last second round matchup. That is gonna be Utah versus Denver. Well, the winner of Utah versus Denver against the winner of the Mavericks versus the Clippers. Right now, while I'm quoting this, it's 3-2 for the Clippers and 3-2 for the Jazz. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Jazz versus Nuggets. Jazz versus Nuggets was a great series. It is a great series. It started with Donovan dropping 57 points, which is the third best of all time, I think, in the playoff game. It's just amazing, sensational. But they still lost because Murray had a great game and Jokic had a good game, so they just lost the game either way. But then the Jazz were not having it and they were on a 3-game win streak, went 3-1. Donovan has been amazing. He's been a good scorer. He's been an amazing scorer, and also like is very smart and very team oriented. Usually we just see him just take the ball, give me the ball, I'm gonna go score. What's gonna happen? It's none of your business. I'm just gonna go out there and score. But right now, he took it very smart. He's taking it very, very smart. He just sits there and just doesn't watch it. He doesn't push it. He doesn't force it. He lets the game come to him and just perform very well. He's scoring a lot of points, but they're mostly not him just going crazy and just this is my ball, this is my game, I'm gonna win. It's mostly him just doing pretty well. Well, let's talk about the Nuggets side. On offense, we all know they're great. Jokic, Jamal Murray, and PJ is a great player. And PJ he is a good player. And PJ is a good player on offense. But the issue is, Michael Porter Jr., he is one of the worst pick and roll defenders of all time. The man is still a rookie. If you even can call him a rookie. The man, he has just started playing in the bubble. He cannot defend to save his life. His defending is like, especially I'm talking in the pick and roll. He does not know what to do. He looks lost. Every single time there's a pick and roll, we see MPJ like, what am I supposed to do? Am I just gonna sit here, shoot the ball? I don't know. I am shocked. I am confusion. So it's very it's a bad situation for the Nuggets, where he can literally just do whatever he wants to. While on the other side, we have Nikola Jokic, who also is a pretty bad pick and roll defender. I mean, he's slow, and he's a slow big, which is just very normal. On the other side, we have he has this thing where in the pick and roll, he just sits back and lets them shoot it. He doesn't care what happens. He just protects the paint when he just sits there. He doesn't just try to step up. A lot of threes happen, and a lot of just open mid ranges happen or floaters. And also, the Utah Jazz side, they have Mr. Gobert, who's been amazing on defense and also offense. He's been rolling very well, crashing the offensive board, and also he has been very good on defense. Very good. Donovan Mitchell has been great on offense. He's Donovan Mitchell. He's averaging like 40 points in the bubble or the playoffs. He's great. He's doing very well. The big issue is there is no issue. That's the issue with the Jazz. They have no issue. That's the big issue for the Nuggets actually. It's not for the Jazz. They have an amazing time. They're a very good team. The Jazz just have Joe Ingles is doing pretty well. He is shooting well. Everyone's shooting well. Everyone's just doing just good. And that is happening, and especially the Donovan Mitchell domination is happening because Denver don't have their best perimeter defenders. I mean, their best one is not. Curry Harris injured, Will Barton injured, which means they're having to deal with defending Donovan Mitchell with Jeremy Grant, who's an amazing player by the way. He's a great role player. He's an amazing role player. He's good on offense, great on defense. He's just doing his best. But the issue is, you cannot expect him to defend a man like. You cannot expect him to defend Donovan Mitchell on a regular. Donovan Mitchell is a great offensive player. Like, it's very hard for him to defend just a player. So my guess would be the Jazz are gonna finish it in 7. I think today the Denver gonna win. Jamal Murray is gonna go out there, torch them up. Jokic is gonna go clutch and torch them up. But that's about it. And then they're gonna go to Game 7. And it's gonna be a great. This is a great series to watch. It's a very good series. I think the Jazz are gonna finish it in 7. While on the other side, we have Mavericks versus Clippers. Paul George has been dead awful in this series, other than the last game. He literally scored under 10 points for all the games, all the first 4 games I mean. And then he came to game 5 and he scored 30 points. 30 whole points. Which is it's just great. That's an amazing way to just shut up everyone. Shut everyone up I mean, but it's still though. He's shutting everyone up but he is making people talk. Let's talk about that first. Paul George is a great player. Everyone knows that. But why does he have to say stuff like, if I don't score, I'm no James Harden, I'll do other stuff? Come on. Nobody asked for that. Nobody wants you to talk shit about other players. Just play your game. We all know you're a great player. We all know you're probably gonna step it up after this. So just play your game. But either way, the Clippers, Kawhi, he has been doing amazing. He's doing very well. And also, who's been doing pretty well? What? I just froze. I don't know why. Another player that's doing pretty well is Lou Williams. He's shooting pretty well. I mean, he's not too great, but he's doing good. But mainly, it's been Kawhi. And if Paul George can keep up the stuff he did in Game 5, this series will probably not go past Game 6. But let's talk on the Mavericks side. They have Luka, who is a generational talent. And I'll tell you this, and I can swear that I said before he even was drafted, he should be drafted number 1. My friends can vouch for me that I said this, and I can guarantee you that I said this. But either way, before he was even drafted, I said Luka is going to be one of the greatest players of all time. Okay, that sounded way too bad. He's not going to be like an amazing, like, I expected him to go, I said that he should go number 1, and he's an amazing player. He's a generational talent. The man is a great scorer, great playmaker, and he works hard on offense. He does his best on offense. On defense, is he the best? No, but he's not bad. People make him out that he's just an easy option, like he's Trae Young. He is not Trae Young on defense. He's He can hold his own. Is he gonna stop you and make you look and just embarrass you? No, he's not gonna do that. He's Luka Doncic. He's an amazing offensive player. But he's gonna do something. He might just get a steal. He might block you. I mean, he blocked LeBron twice on a single play. So either way, Mavericks playing without Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps is amazing. Porzingis is amazing. He's just great. He's a big guy, 7'3" guy actually, to be specific on big, who blocks shots, shoots threes from very deep, and also great. He's just great all around. But he's been injured, and he didn't play since game 3, and that's not very good for the Mavericks. Is he back? It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed he's gonna be back. It's not confirmed if he's gonna be out. Nobody knows. But Luka keeps creating Luka magic. And Boban, Boban is the GOAT, as we all know. He is just amazing. Boban is the greatest player of all time. We should all know this. But people are kind of disrespectful. But either way, Boban is actually, Boban has been doing pretty well. He is actually averaging 10 points, and he's doing great for Boban. And also, Tim Hardaway doing decently, scoring, doing what Tim Hardaway Jr. does, just scoring. He just scores. That's all he knows how to do, score. And just the role players are doing great. I mean, one of the greatest offenses of all time statistically. They're averaging amazing points per possession, and they're just great. They're a great offense. If Kristaps is back by game 6, I think they can take it to game 7. But I do not think they have what it takes to win the series. I mean, the Clippers have Kawhi Leonard, a 3-time NBA champion. Oh, is it? Okay, Kawhi Leonard, a champion. It's not 3-time. Sorry, guys. They have Kawhi Leonard, who's a champion. They have Paul George, who's a very experienced player. They have a lot of players who are very, very experienced and very, very used to this kind of situations, and who are just winners all around. While on the Mavericks side, we have Kristaps, who used to play for the Knicks, who did not win. Winning was not a thing they did. And Luka was a sophomore player. It's only his second year. You can't expect him to just go out there and just destroy everyone. He's a good player, but Luka's an amazing player. Luka is an amazing player. He's probably gonna go out there again and have like a 35-point triple-double. You should expect that. He's just that good. But you can't expect him to just carry the whole team. If Kristaps is not there to just win the series, or even if Kristaps is there, I mean, Luka's just that great. Luka's so good. Not Luka. Kawhi is that good. If Kawhi just keeps up what he's doing, which he probably will do, and Paul George decides to just step it up and grow some balls, and not be pandemic P, and actually be playoff P, and not pandemic P, because he has not been playoff P. He's been pandemic P, and maybe playoff PP, whatever you want to call him. Maybe if Paul George steps it up, they'll win this series 100%. But if Paul George wants to be what Paul George has been for the first 4 games, the Mavericks have a chance if Kristaps is back. But the series is amazing. My guess and prediction would be Clippers in 7. So now, finally, for the second round matchup, for the last one. Well, according to my predictions, I said the Jazz are gonna win, and the Clippers are gonna win. So Clippers versus Jazz. For me, this is an easy one. The Clippers are probably gonna win in around 5 games. I mean, why is Mr. Donovan Mitchell performing very well? Because there's not much good perimeter defenders on the Denver team. While on the other hand, Clippers have 3 of them. They have Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and also Patrick Beverley. 3 guys who can literally just go out there and lock him up every single play. That is not something appealing for Donovan Mitchell. They will tire him out in about 2 games. I do not see him going out there and just keeping it up for all those games. The man is human. He will get tired. I mean, he's a great player, but he's human. The wear and tear will get to him. He will get tired eventually, and he will not be able to just go out there and just keep carrying them, scoring 40 points, 50 points. On the other hand, they do not have someone to defend Kawhi or Paul George if he decides to just keep it up. Because Kawhi will just go out there and he will ball on you. Kawhi does not want to have fun. He will go out there and destroy you like a robot. And Lou Will is a good scorer too, and I do not see anyone that can score it, that can stop him off the bench for Jazz. And also, no one can stop Kawhi really. Kawhi is just that kind of player. He just goes out there and just scores. You can defend him very well, but he's probably still gonna score it. But my prediction either way is gonna be a 5-game win for the Clippers. And this is probably gonna be all it. I think this is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching, by the way. Yeah, I have to say something before stopping the podcast. If I sound kind of if I'm stuttering, if I am, I don't know, kind of stressed. Yeah, this is just my first ever podcast. I'm kind of stressed. It's just an experience for me. I mean, I love talking basketball. I do every single day with my friends. So why not do it here on a podcast? This is gonna be fun. I'll probably go up with the podcast and just. I hope I'll just be a great podcaster by the end of it. But yeah, this is me. It's been great. If you have any feedback, please let me know. I would love to hear it. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing great, what I'm not doing, what I should do. Whatever you want me to do, or just to fix, or maybe upgrade, whatever it is, let me know, and it will be amazing if you do that. Either way, thank you all so much for watching. Check out my Spotify if you want to listen to podcasts, just audio, or listen to my podcast on Apple Music. I don't think this actually, no, never mind. It's not set up yet. I'm still working on that. But if it gets set up by the time this video is uploaded, then make sure you go check it out. Listen to it on audio. If you can listen to it, you can watch the video. Maybe just listen to it on audio in general. Just because why not? It will be great. And check out my Instagram page. I'll post some, quick stories about what's happening in the middle of games, or just warning you when something's happening. But either way, subscribe to the channel, listen to the podcast, and it'll be an amazing. I love you guys so much, and have a great time. Peace out, Sideline gang. What's up? What does that mean? Sorry guys, English is my third language. Sorry for the shit English. Yeah, now I'm swearing because it's the end, and only the homies are here. So peace out.